Guys, so we don't have a normal setup today, but I still wanted to get this video out because I think it's going to be super important to talk about this new Mega Evolution set. I know that we've known that it's coming, especially because it already got announced for August 1st, I believe, in Japan, but we did just get the English set release, which is September 26th. And I'm super excited about it because I think, seeing the fact here that it's like ending the Scarlet and Violet era and it's entering the Mega Evolution era is telling me that we're probably going to get more sets with Mega Evolution than I think we expected. I expected maybe 2, 3 sets. I'm wondering if we'll get maybe a little bit more than that, uh, considering the fact that we're getting Legend ZA in a few months, November I think, or October. Sorry, we're getting it in October, and then that's gonna have megas. I mean, Go seems to be kind of trending back towards some new megas as well. Champions, they've already hinted that that's going to be having megas as well for its first season. So it seems like we're going to be in like the mega craze for a while. And on top of that, I don't think we're going to get Gen 10 probably until next fall anyway. So seeing that we'll probably get a year full of mega related sets is definitely intriguing. So let's just take a quick look at some of the products that got announced for today, because some of them were a little interesting. They got me thinking. So let's just go through it. Nothing new here. These are just the pack arts. The ECBs are a little interesting because we know 8 out of the 10 Mega Evolutions that are coming to these sets. They've already said that we're going to be getting 10 Megas in this first set, and 8 of them have been announced. I believe there's a list somewhere. I don't know where the list is. Maybe we'll run into it later. But basically, there's questions about 2 of them. So the ETBs, though, seem to be revolving around Gardevoir and Lucario, and then they have promos specifically tied to those as well. Although it's a little weird, you're getting the Riolo promo in the Lucario ETB, at least assumed to be. I don't personally like that they have different promos in each of them because it just means the craze for getting this product is just going to be absolutely insane, which I'm not really looking forward to, but it is what it is. But the promo for the other box, presumably, is Alakazam. Although it's a Mega Gardevoir ETB, so like, why aren't we getting a Gardevoir ETB? I wonder if there was a mistranslation or if we are getting the Alakazam in this box. I wonder if one of those last 2 remaining Megas that we don't know about are actually going to be Mega Alakazam, because as far as I know, here it is. So here's the confirmed list: Venusaur, Camerupt, Abomasnow, Gardevoir, Lucario, Absol, Mawile, and Latias. I can easily see Alakazam just slotting in there, especially if they're giving us one of these. But at the same time, I could also see Alakazam coming the next set, because I know sometimes they like to release like the baby forms, like the set before or the set after the EX comes out. So I don't know. I'd personally put my money on Mega Alakazam coming out this set as being one of the remaining 2 Mega Evos. I'm not expecting to see Blastoise or Charizard because I think a dragon themed mega set trademark got like leaked or something. And honestly, if they're gonna put out Mega Charizard, it's not gonna be the first mega set, and 2, it's gonna be its own set, kind of like what they did with Obsidian Flames. So I'm also not expecting Mega Tyranitar. They're probably gonna do like an Obsidian Flames type set with all those big hitters because they know people are gonna buy this regardless because it's mega related. Then why also throw in your other like bone of like, hey, also you get Charizard and Tyrant. They're not gonna give you everything in one set. TPCI knows better than that. So yeah, I just wanted to go through some of this product. So obviously you're gonna have your ETBs, you're gonna have your blister lanes, and then here's your regular blister packs. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm recording this in the morning. The news just broke and I'm a little tired. I still haven't had my coffee. But so this is the blister pack, but what's interesting is this is finally that Psyduck promo that Japan has had and we weren't sure we were going to get. So we finally got it. What's important to note though is that this is a 70 HP Pokemon, so this is searchable with Buddy Buddy Poffin, and it has ability Damp. Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponents lose any ability that require Pokemon to use it to knock itself out. So the thing is like, this obviously counters Duskull, right? Or the Duskull line, I should say. And I was thinking about that, and I'm like, this is good, but is Duskull really a problem? Like, do we actually need to print a counter card to this card? I mean, it was really good last year before rotation, but like, I think only like 1 or 2 decks kind of play it now, and it's also like not always the best way to play that deck. Like, Dragapult loved playing Duskull. I think right now the current variants don't even have it playing Duskull. Charizard likes to play Duskull sometimes. I don't know if the current lists have it. I honestly haven't looked, but from what I've seen in my local scene, like no one's playing Duskull. So this kind of makes me think like, did they expect Duskull to be a bigger problem because of like when it came out, everybody was running it, or are there more cards that are coming out that are going to have this type of effect? So I took a look at like some of the older cards, like more retro, because I've been getting into retro lately. Actually, maybe I'll make a video on that in the future. But I've been getting into retro and thinking about it. There's been other cards in the past that you knock it out to get like a crazy effect. I think there was an Electrode back in the 2012 or 2008 format, somewhere around there. I think it was Dark Electrode, so maybe it was like earlier 2000s. But either way, I think you discarded the Electrode, like you evolved into it, you discarded it, and then you got to put like 5 energies into your hand or on your Pokemon or something like that. It was like some sort of like energy acceleration. So I do wonder if we're gonna see some mechanics like that come back. Because I'm like, I just find it hard to print that, or hard to believe that this promo was printed specifically for Duskull, and it's being released at a time where like Duskull isn't even a problem. I do think we saw another card that was translated with an effect like Duskull. Maybe not damage counters, but something similar to it. I couldn't find it before this video because I'm a little limited on time. So if anybody knows what it is, please let me know in the comment section below. I don't know if it's just me misremembering or if that's like actually a thing, but I just thought that that was interesting. And then there's a Golduck version as well that does the exact same thing. It just has a better attack. I don't even know if people are even going to run Golduck. I'll be honest. I think people are just going to run the Psyduck because you could search it out with Buddy Buddy. Like, even water decks, like, I don't know why you would even run this Golduck. I mean, 60 damage for 3 energy. This attack does 20 more for each energy attached to this Pokemon. I mean, I guess theoretically, I don't know. I just don't know enough about water decks right now to know that, but I just don't see that being played. I think Psyduck is just going to get splashed in like Shaman. And then we have some more Blister Lane packs, but we can't see the cards. It's a Drifloon and Drifblim. Um, no idea what those attacks are, but you know, Drifloon's interesting because I don't know if it got reprinted from its current iteration. So this would be interesting to see. Is this? Let's see what set this is. This is the eye marker. So if it does have the same ability, then it's a reprint. But who knows? I do like the art on it though because it's really cute. Wailord and Wailmer, I don't really expect anything of. Meowscarada. This looks like a reprint of the Tyranitar though, the one that just came out. So I do wonder if that also means that this Drifloon could be a reprint. I don't know. Um, so we have the Build and Battle, the Booster Bundle. This is a full set, so this isn't a special set, thank God. So you should be able to get all of the different products that you want, including single packs. It's like my one big pet peeve with like these special sets. Um, this has no business going so hard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited for these. I'm probably gonna pick up another tin. Right now I have a Flake Cocoa one, which I love, but like if they keep coming out with like different megas on these tins, like I'm definitely gonna collect a few of them. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really care about the binders. So this is the other thing that's interesting. This is the box topper promo, which is the Bulbasaur. Um, this is actually like pretty good, specifically for the Mega Venusaur EX deck, which we could just pull this up right now just so you guys can see it. This is gonna be. I'm not sure how good this card is gonna be. I'm not really qualified to answer that, but I could see this being like a really like annoying stally control deck where this Venusaur just doesn't die. And maybe you team it up with like a Frostlass or something. I don't quite know, but this card's going to be really annoying. And so if you pair it up with this Bulbasaur, which is basically just locking down your opponent from being able to retreat, and then you also put a Relicanth in your deck. People have been talking about this. This is not one of my original ideas, but I'm just saying like I could see this card being playable, and then on top of that, it's Bulbasaur, and then on top of that, the art is absolutely insane. So I have a feeling that these booster boxes are going to um, just be insanely expensive. And then this promo itself, I could see this promo itself sitting at like $30 to $40 for a while. I don't want that, especially with the stamp. I don't want that, and I want this card to be playable. I like Bulbasaur; it was my first Pokemon ever, but I can see that being a problem. So here are the promos I was talking about earlier with the Riolu. This is really, really cute. I absolutely love this. And then the Alakazam one, we don't have a translation for just yet at the time of me recording this video. I'm sure we'll have it the second that I'm done recording. I like the art on it. And again, this kind of leads me to believe that we'll be getting a Mega Alakazam EX this set, but we'll see. So this set will feature 180 cards, including secret rares, 10 Mega Evolution, which we went through, more than 15 trainer cards, 50 Pokemon and trainer cards with special illustrations. That feels like a lot, although I'm not entirely sure what the normal sets are, so that could just be me talking out my butt, but who knows. Um, yeah, basically all this is just kind of par for the course. But what was interesting was this one, 10 special illustration rare Mega Evolution EX and supporter cards. This is going to drive this price of the set up, especially if they decide to do a Lily. Um, because again, I don't think the set's going to be like strictly just megas. So there is a chance that they'll pull in some of the trainer cards as well. They sometimes do that with some of these sets. So I like fully could expect to see like a Lily's full art. I mean, I don't think that's like out of the probability of everything happening, I don't think that's like the highest probability, but I could see that happening. And again, that's just going to drive the price of the setup because the first set of a new like era, right? Like the Scarlet and Violet base set, like it wasn't very exciting, but they knew that they were going to print some cards in there that were going to be in rotation for a while that were full arts that were like very playable cards. So like for example, Iono, right? Professor's Research, like that stuff, like I think Professor's Research was in that one. I don't know, but I know for a fact Iona was. Actually, no, Iona was Paldea Evolved. I take that back. Now that I remember, that's Paldea Evolved. I don't know. I'm just saying there could be some shenanigans with this driving the price of this setup even further than it already is, but don't expect anything super exciting. I think it's just going to be kind of fan servicey. Um, but yeah, anyway, so with that, the last thing I wanted to talk about was these new Mega Evolution art styles. So we don't have any examples of it, but apparently in a press kit somewhere it was said that there will be a new art style for the full art Mega Evolution EX featuring a silhouette of the regular version of the Pokemon alongside its Mega Evolution. If this is true and it looks something similar to what they did with the trainers full arts, this is going to be absolutely insane. I really like the idea of like a regular Lucario standing next to its Mega form. Like that is just so cool. Unfortunately, I just think these cards are going to be mad expensive. Which is like, listen, I get it because at least it's a secret illustration art. At least the base versions shouldn't be that bad. Um, I don't know. I really like these cards, and I just hate that like sometimes some of the cards have such big chase hits in it that it just drives the whole setup. I'm hoping that they print the hell out of this because it's the first of a whole new like series. I'm really hoping that this won't have issues, with people getting their hands on it, especially because there are a lot of really cool cards. I just don't really know how many of them are actually super playable. From a collector standpoint, people are going to go crazy. Although, let's be honest, these EXs are not as cool as the old EXs with the Japanese or the English words on top of them, honestly. Like, I will fight people to the ground. These do look cool, but I don't know. It doesn't hit the same way. But we also do have this Mega Absol that we still haven't had a translation for because we only have a very low resolution image. But what is interesting is that this is a 280 HP Pokemon. For a Mega Pokemon, that seems really low, especially if this is going to be 3 prize cards. This does look like this is either 2 or 300 damage for 3 energy. So this has to be pretty good if it's gonna work with 280 HP. Because like if we look at the other ones, I mean Mega Lucario, granted this is a Stage 2 Pokemon, it has 340. Mega Guardy, which is a Stage 2, has 360. And same thing with Venusaur, it's at 380. I know this is a basic Mega EX. Um, I don't know where the Latias is. I think the Latias is around there. But like that's gonna be one of the problems, right? Is like the attack has to warrant the fact that it has a lower HP. So we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of also really good dark Pokemon as well, right? We have Marnie's Grimmsnarl, which is meta right now. We also have Zoroark, which is pretty good. So this could be something that kind of ties all that together. Could be interesting. But anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say about the new cards. Sorry for the quality of the video. I was unable to get you guys something better today, but I just really wanted to talk about it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you next time.